day. Made it out, made it out. Good life with a couple bad times. A million mistakes, but we made it out fine. This life, yeah, it always finds a way to lead us to these good life with a couple bad times, a million mistakes, but we made it out fine. This life, yeah, it always finds a way to lead us to these Think I can fly, think I can fly when I'm with you. My arms are wide, catching fire as the wind blows. I know that I'm rich enough for pride. I see $1 billion in your eyes, even if we're strangers till we die. I wanna run away. I wanna run away. Anywhere out this place. I wanna run away. Just you and I. You and I. You and I. You and I. Just keep one. I wanna run, chase the morning sun when I'm with you. Give it all away, catching fire as the wind blows. I know that I'm rich enough for pride. I see $1 billion in your eyes, even if we're strangers till we die. I wanna run away. I wanna run away. Anywhere out this place. I wanna run away. Just you and I. You and I. Keep one. Keep one. Keep one.
Hello, I hope all of you can hear me. Just want to give everyone a warm welcome and thank you for joining us. Glad I can see all of your faces, or at least our committee members here. Thank you all for coming and joining us, like I said, for this YoPhI ceremony. My name is Josh, and in case you missed my slide earlier, I am now a senior in high school and passionate about ending student hunger and bettering the lives of the school students. As a result, this put me on track to be on the education committee of our YoPhI Teen Board. Education is just one of our 3 committees that we have created. There is also an environment and an equity committee. Now, almost every member you see on this screen joined for their own individual reasons. For instance, I joined so that I could feel as if I did something to help the world or better my community, and find myself in the giving of others. Through this year, we have done several things that have given me more than I could have ever hoped, such as a better understanding of my peers and my community. I now have the ability to really understand philanthropic work in a deeper meaning than I believed was ever possible. I know you all really enjoyed hearing about me, but I should move on a little about YoPhI and how we got to where we are today. So if I counted correctly during the slides, there are 28 members this year. We were all invited to join the process and applied for the mission. After being accepted, we got to work. We had a very hard time choosing our deals from such a hefty list. It took us a whole trip to Chicago to figure it out. My fellow peers will talk you through this and experience through this presentation as we talk about our values, then about the select few who achieved a certificate for doing extra work, and finally, we will present you with you all have been waiting for. Just want to say thank you again for coming and have a wonderful night. Up to David now.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, friends, family members, community leaders, and supporters for joining tonight. This ceremony is all about the 28 teens of the YoPhI Teen Board and the amazing organizations that they've chosen to support as part of their year-long philanthropic journey. I want to offer a special welcome to our local clergy members and Jewish educators. I'm the fortunate recipient of amazing high schoolers that have gone through meaningful and formative experiences with key educators in their life. If any of those people who have worked with these teams before in attendance, I invite you to use the chat function. Other attendees cannot see the chat, but the panelists can, to offer some well wishes or some greetings to the Teen Board members here. I'd also like to thank our agency execs and partner agency educators who are also involved in this. The work that you do with these teens before they get to the YoPhI Teen Board is foundational in this, this process. Tonight's ceremony is all about the teens. I do want to take a moment to recognize some of our partners before you hear mostly from the teens for the rest of the night. The Jewish Federation sponsors this program, and we're fortunate that the Jewish Teen Funders Network gives us great support to get this program off the ground and into its 2nd year. I'm going to hand it over to Todd Maurer, the chair of our YoPhI Advisory Council, a parent and lay-led council that's involved in the work of this program. And after Wayne, we'll hear a short message from Wayne, after Todd, we'll hear a short message from Wayne Green, the Jewish Teen Funders Network Executive Director. Todd, over to you.
Thank you, David. I think you can't go any farther without recognizing the hard work that David has continuously put into this program. From a quick start last year where he didn't have much prep time and developed a great program last year, to continuing to improve the program this year, having a great group of people, a great group of teenagers in this class that he's helped recruit. And he's just done a fantastic job. And thank you to David for all that hard work, and for the Federation executives and staff who support David, as well as our other advisory council members, some of who are parents of the current class. So thank you. And just a note to this class: your year did not end the way you intended it to end, but you made the best of it. And I think in a kind of a funny way, this COVID-19 crisis has given you the opportunity to see at firsthand the value of what you're doing as young philanthropists, and the need that exists so quickly throughout our community, with a little bit of stress on our community. And I hope this inspires you to continue to be philanthropists and be involved Many of you are just now seniors, so there's plenty of opportunity for you to continue to be involved through the Federation and other programs in the Jewish community. And I just thank you all for being part of it. And a shout out to my good friend Lishi on the call, who's part of this class. And I know you really enjoyed it, and all of you really enjoyed it. So thank you all. And it's important for you as leaders in our community now to help recruit new members for next year and to tell people about this program so we can continue this opportunity of teaching philanthropy to teenagers and letting them teach to others as well. And again, a special thanks to David, who just did an incredible job and continues to use his passion and his knowledge to inspire not just the Teen Council, but the Advisory Council as well. So thank you all.
Thank you, Todd. Tonight's ceremony is a mixture of live video. You'll see teens coming in and out. We appreciate your understanding that is a virtual format and everything's a moving target. It's going to be a great ceremony, but if there are any technical lags, we appreciate your moment of understanding there. There will also be some pre-recorded segments from partners and from teens as well who are not able to join live tonight. Again, there might be a quick lag between video starting, but thank you for your understanding and patience. We're going to jump. Wayne Green from the Jewish Teen Funders Network pre-recorded a wonderful little greeting that we're going to play now.
Hi everybody, I'm Wayne Green. I'm the Executive Director of the Jewish Teen Funders Network based here in New York. I'm calling you from my official garden in what in New York would be the corner of my studio apartment. And I'm sending you this message to say Mazel Tov to all the teens for the incredible work that you've done this year. I think that philanthropy is now more than ever such a critical component about how we are able to affect change in the world, especially during this time. And it is so meaningful and powerful that teens are stepping up to be able to make this change. Congratulations to the Federation, to David, to Debbie, Margot, all of you that have done such an incredible job in stewarding this program to really be an opportunity for teens to make change, to be empowered, to show leadership, and to say that we're here to make these significant changes to the organizations that you have decided to fund. Thank you so much for all the incredible work you do. I'm so sorry that I'm not there with you all in person. I had hoped to be, but hopefully I'll be seeing you when we're back flying and healthy again. And to all of you, congratulations, well done on an incredible year, and look out for exciting things that are going to come your way. Take care, sending you all much love. Take care.
Thank you, Wayne. With that, I'm going to take a step back and hand it over to our teen MC for the night, Brad Kaplan, joining us all the way from St. Louis.
Yes, hello. My name is Brad Kaplan. I'm a rising senior this year at Carmel High School. And we've had a long and challenging year with many bumps in the road, but we made it here today as one group. And as the EMCC tonight, we will be having Jordan's video be playing out for the reflection of the year. So yeah.
We started out the year in YoPhI asking a lot of questions about giving. We asked about why we give and analyzed its very strong presence in Judaism. I think we learned after those very initial discussions that giving shouldn't be viewed directly in relation to some sort of greater theoretical good, as I might have viewed it in the past, but that it can be better viewed in terms of distinct values that we're trying to promote in the world, and that was a more complex understanding that's more accurate. And so going along with that, we learned that values drive giving. So it's important for us as Jewish teen philanthropists to develop a sort of consensus surrounding those values, so that we can have some common ground in order to make hard funding decisions later on the process, which thankfully we were able to do. And I think Chicago was a very important event for that, where not only do we meet with other groups and we saw what they did in their own communities and what values that they promoted in their past. Because YoPhI Indianapolis is a relatively new organization. We also discussed a lot and made final decisions about our own values, about the values that we decided that we want to promote in our community. And those 4 values that we adopted were justice, understanding, compassion, and respect. I think all these values have a very, clearly have a very strong sense, strong presence in Judaism. And just to take justice for an example, so we felt that justice was an important value to strive for. We thought that it deserved an emphasis in Indianapolis and also in America at large. And so consequentially, we were able to develop our funding decisions later on around this ideal of promoting justice, a just world. And that's true for each of the other values too. Each of them we wanted to promote in the world. We thought that understanding, compassion, respect also deserved an emphasis in our giving process. So in the end, as Jewish teen philanthropists, we needed to understand the Jewish component of that label, which is our shared sense of values, before we could even begin the rest of the process of giving.
And after picking our values, the group next decided on where we wanted to focus our giving. Over a few sessions, including a Shabbaton in Chicago with other teens, we decided on 3 focus areas. This was a challenging process, and we learned a lot about how groups come to decisions and not necessarily having a majority rules, but having a consensus on finalizing an idea. And now Natanya and Rivka will share some of the reflections of that process.
Tanya was experiencing a little technical difficulty. I think what we'll do is we'll cut to Rivka's video first and give Natanya a second to jump on.
Hi, my name is Rivka Bunnis, and I'm going to be talking about the Environmental Committee. This year, we decided from the very beginning that we wanted to focus on the environment in some way, because with all that's going on and the climate that we're in, and the fact that climate change is such a serious issue, we felt that we needed to address it some way and kind of show our support for those who are trying to make a change for the environment, because this is the only earth we have and we want to take care of it, and we especially want to keep our city as beautiful as possible. So that's kind of why we wanted to have an environment committee. It was like from the very beginning, like that was the first thing people were talking about. And we felt that like as teenagers, like it's basically up to us now to keep our world clean and beautiful and a place where we can all live happily and safely. So that is kind of why we chose to focus on the environment for one of our subcommittees.
I think Natanya is having a few technical issues, which is part of the drill here. We're going to jump back to the mission statements and focus areas if Natanya can get her her camera working, but if not, we're going to move ahead for now.
So then next, I guess, is the certificates. And for recognition of our work this year, our leader, David, will be handing out the certificates for hard working year and the ability to adapt to new environments such as online.
So we're going to play a short video from Dr. David King of the Lake Institute on Faith and Giving to share a little about this certificate in youth philanthropic leadership.
Hi, my name is David King, the Karen Lake Budget Director for the Lake Institute on Faith and Giving here at Indiana University. And it's been a privilege over these past few years to work alongside YoPhI in pulling together this program on youth philanthropic leadership. For those of you who participated in the year-long program and those in particular who earned the certificate, we are grateful for this partnership. For hosting you here on our campus, it was a delight to get to know your stories, to help you think about mission, values, and the types of organizations in which you wanted to work with as you raised money then to turn around and support the great work that was most central to your own mission and values. A delight to watch. In these particular times and places, I know that this year presented some challenges in completing the program, to interviewing the various nonprofits that you were working with or hoped to send grants to. And I'm I'm encouraged by the continued ways in which you work despite all the challenges. It's again been a delight to partner with our local Jewish Federation and with the YoPhI staff, and to get to know you as leaders in the next generation who can help shape faith and philanthropy. So, as you center on these questions of Jewish values and the notions of philanthropy and civic engagement, I want to challenge you over these next few years, continue to build on those strengths, and whatever vocations that you're led to pursue, that you will find ways to engage in your community, to give back out of your own vision and values. And we look forward to continuing to engage with you now and in the days ahead. So congratulations on working through this remarkable program. For those of you who are in the certificate in youth philanthropic leadership, we're excited to pass that along to you very soon. And thanks so much for a wonderful year. We'll look forward to continued partnerships and collaboration in the days ahead.
So as Dr. David King mentioned, the entire group was able to travel down to the IUPUI campus and work with the faculty and staff from the Lake Institute on Faith and Giving. I want to recognize our 4 certificate pursuers who have completed the requirements in addition to their participation in the YoPhI Teen Board. Ali Barrett, Maddie Mundy, Jenna Himmelstein, and Jordan Parabashi have gone above and beyond, completing 3 different modules, reflecting on their own identity as a philanthropist, and we're going to hear from 2 of them, talking about why they applied for the certificate and what that has done for them.
Hi, I'm Allie. I chose to participate in the Youth Philanthropic Leadership Certificate from the Lilly School of Philanthropy in order to further expand my knowledge and learning of philanthropy. The certificate comprised of completing 3 experiential learning modules in addition to the participation in the YoPhI Teen Board for a deeper dive into the field of philanthropy. Philanthropy has always been something that's very important to me as well as my family, and I always grew up learning about the importance of giving back. I believe it is one of the most effective ways to solve problems in our world today, and so I'm very glad that I had the chance to learn more about how things operate specifically while participating in this program. As part of the certificate process, I also had the opportunity to learn more about my personal beliefs and values, as well as my leadership style, in order to think about what impact I wanted to make in this world and how I can do so. After learning everything that I learned in YoPhI this year, I wanted to expand my knowledge, and this certificate was the perfect way to do just that.
We're also going to hear from Maddie Mundy, who's going to come on live and share some feedback as well. And I think I have to do this.
Participating in the IUPUI Philanthropy Certificate Program was also a great way to continue our philanthropic learning and expand our knowledge. The certificate program gave us a chance to not only learn more about philanthropy and the inner workings of philanthropic work, but also gave us a deeper insight into our personal goals and how to accomplish them. During the program, we had to create a personal mission statement for ourselves. This task forced us to look deep within ourselves and understand what it really is that drives us. After we identified this drive, we then had the much harder task of actually putting it into words. This certificate is not only a message to the world that we are ready to become productive philanthropists, but also a reminder to ourselves to follow our personal mission statements we made and to always strive to do good in the world.
Thank you, Maddie, and to all the certificate participants. This goes above and beyond the program, and your hard work is much appreciated. Thank you.
Yes, and with all these important areas, we now needed to choose the physical place to donate. And to start us off, we have the Indy Public Library Foundation grant. Oh yes, with Allie and Kaylee Jennings.
The Teen Zone at the Indianapolis Public Library Warren Branch is a space where local teens can hang out, do homework, eat snacks, and feel safe during after-school hours. As well as helping with schoolwork, the librarians help with providing advice on responsibilities the teens will need as adults, such as completing a job application. They also listen to the teens and what they're interested in, whether that's starting a chess club or a book club. In the future, they hope to work on building a community garden to help alleviate hunger in the area.
We chose to fund this proposal because this program isn't very well known, so they don't have as much funding as other proposals we receive. This program is new, but we feel as though it could have a big impact on these teens' lives as well as on the community. After the installment of the Teen Zone, which was just at the end of last year, there has been a 50% reduction in expelling teenagers in the library for inappropriate or violent behavior. With the money we provide for snacks and books, more of the money they already have can go to extracurriculars the teens are interested in.
The goal of the Education Subcommittee was to find an educational or enrichment program for low-income students in the greater Indianapolis area that promotes positivity, aims to prevent violence, and offers a sense of community. The Teen Zone checks all of these boxes. We found that this program exemplifies our core values of justice, understanding, compassion, and respect by recognizing the problems teens in Warren Township may face on a daily basis. For example, Eastern Indianapolis is a large food desert and Warren Township has a high crime rate.
For our site visit, we met with 2 librarians who, in addition to their regular role, run this program. We were able to see the Teen Zone in action and see them make a calendar of activities and games they'd like to engage in throughout the week. This site visit helped us realize that the Teen Zone offers more than just a fun hangout spot. People that help out in the Teen Zone make an effort to get to know everyone that comes in and what their interests are. This only adds to the safe atmosphere that the Indy Public Library strives to achieve with the Teen Zone.
We have a short video from the Indianapolis Public Library Foundation talking about the proposal. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Thank you very much. I'm Bethany Warner, Vice President of the Indianapolis Public Library Foundation, and we are so grateful to be selected as a YoPhI grant recipient this year. Annually, the Library Foundation provides more than $2 million to the Indianapolis Public Library to make programming possible. This year, the support from YoPhI will help 2 programs at the Warren branch on the east side of Indianapolis, a book club and a teen space where students can hang out after school and be safe. In the past, the Warren branch was finding itself overrun with teens after the nearby Warren High School dismissed. The students were disruptive to other patrons, and the branch was stuck on what to do. To make the library a welcoming place for all, patrons and the teens, staff started some special programs. After school, teens can hang out in the branch's community room, which has been turned into a teen space in that time, to do homework, collaborate on projects, and just socialize in a safe environment. Also, teen librarians have started a book club just for students. Teens in the group receive a copy of the book to keep, as many of them don't have books to read at home. All teens in the teen space or participating in the book club get snacks, as many in the area are experiencing food insecurity. While the activities are important, one of the most important benefits for the teens is the positive relationships they are building with library staff. Thank you for YoPhI's support of this program to support other teens in Indianapolis.
The next foundation that matches with our focus group is Keep Indy Beautiful with Bella, Ben, Haley, Eli, and Ryan.
Keep Indianapolis Beautiful is an organization that strives to incorporate nature into urban areas. They provide a multitude of different volunteering options that brings people together to volunteer and improve the overall quality of life one block at a time. This program focuses on environmental improvement through native tree planting, litter removal, and community building. Keep Indianapolis Beautiful has requested funding for the planting of nearly 100 native trees around Indianapolis as a part of its Adopt a Block program. These trees will be maintained by block captains, and information is constantly being shared with the company so we can be very sure of its success as the trees are planted.
When it came to choosing to fund their proposal, we greatly appreciated the values that their organization showcased. Their cause has impacts across a large variety of areas, from building community or reducing flooding across the city. We believe that the proposal fulfilled many of our core values, as well as others that we had not even considered. This characteristic of Keep Indy Beautiful became a large motivator, as it helped make this organization stand out amongst other proposals. And additionally, it kept the community and city of Indianapolis at the focal point of their cause.
Along with those previously mentioned reasons, we felt that this proposal represented an amazing tangible impact. As Ben mentioned, the impact of our donation to Keep Indy Beautiful, which results in the planting of 100 native trees, manifests itself in numerous ways, including through supporting habitats for thousands of native species, removing harmful greenhouse gases from the atmosphere, and doing a plethora of other things that help the environment. Overall, though, we felt that this organization was a great way to represent our values, and even though countless other organizations we felt could do a great job with our money, Keep Indy Beautiful was especially relevant to our values and missions, and we knew that it could do a great job and have a powerful impact with our donation.
It was important for us as Jewish teen philanthropists to pick this because they showcased all of the values as mentioned before. They understand how important it is to respect and show compassion to our environment, and through this, give justice to trees. As teen Jews, we find it important that an organization exemplify core Jewish values, and Keep Indy Beautiful did.
When we went to the site visit, we were physically able to see the impact the organization had on the community, whether it was while we were driving through the neighborhoods with the Adopt a Block program in place, or the pictures that they showed us on the site visit. By only looking at the numbers before, we were not able to make a connection to the community and the organization. But when we visited Keep Indianapolis Beautiful, we were able to ask questions to better understand how our donation would benefit our community. What really stood out to us was each staff member's personal touch to the project. They each had a history that led them to support such an amazing program and give their all into it from day one.
We have a short video from the staff at Keep Indianapolis Beautiful highlighting their program.
Hi, my name is Gerardo Cristobal, and I am the Adopt a Block Ingredient and Cleanup Programs Manager here at Keep Indianapolis Beautiful. A little bit about KIB. We are an environmental nonprofit here in Indianapolis, and we work with neighborhoods. We work with neighbors and volunteers within these neighborhoods to plant trees. Now, this is what we are most known for, but we do a few other things too. We create community green spaces, we restore habitat, we pick up litter, and overall engage with kids and adults of all ages in nature. As you can see, our mission is to connect and to help people and nature thrive in Indianapolis. And so we at Keep Indianapolis Beautiful are very grateful for your gift to help us further this mission. This gift will help us purchase nearly 100 trees, which is amazing. These trees will go to our Adopt a Block captains this October as part of our annual tree distribution. These trees are our way of saying thank you to these folks. Adopt a Block captains are the heartbeat of KIB's volunteer force, and they are folks that week after week, year after year, tackle a very pressing issue in our world and in our city, which is litter. They maintain their blocks and help our city stay clean with tools and education that KIB is able to provide. And it's not surprising to see these folks leading neighborhood-wide cleanups or leading efforts to beautify their communities and neighborhoods. So they truly do a lot for our community overall. And it's really cool to see folks that have been part of the program for many years come back year after year asking about the trees, you know, like, where are the trees? When are they gonna be distributed? And this is not because they want them to themselves, but because they want to share them. They want to take them back to their blocks and gift them to neighbors, friends, family. They understand the value and beauty that trees bring and what they represent, and they find joy in sharing this. So again, thank you so much to the YoPhI Teen Board for making this possible and for being who you are. Your excitement, your interest, concern, and care for nature and environment and your community. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that wonderful video. And to help the education side of things, the next organization is School on Wheels with Nellie, Jacob, and Lenny.
Hello, my name is Nellie Bergeron, and I am part of the Teen Board. I'm on the Education Committee. And today we will be talking about School on Wheels. The mission of School on Wheels is the enhancement of educational opportunities for children experiencing homelessness from kindergarten through 12th grade. Their goal is to shrink the gaps in their education and provide them with higher education possible. The organization stood out to our group because they were producing tangible results. For example, 98% of the School on Wheels students graduate to the next grade each year, and 83% have seen improvements in math and language arts demonstrated by the NWEA results. It also seemed important for us to help those who were less fortunate than we are, and based on what we knew about the School on Wheels program, this was perfect. The proposal aligned very well with our educational mission statement, as well as aligning with our core values. For example, tzedek or justice, bina or understanding, rachamim or compassion, and kavod or respect. The proposal provided services in educational systems in order to create a more just society and provide tutoring services that would otherwise cost a prohibitive amount for their clients. The staff and volunteers are also passionate about their work in terms of education and the broader mission of serving those experiencing homelessness. Overall, respect is the core of what this program supports, giving equal opportunity to their students, regardless of circumstances, to have a good education.
So, as Nellie touched upon, we chose School on Wheels because it really aligns with the core values that we chose. As we have begun to witness, discrimination is rampant throughout society, and it is our philanthropic duty to help bridge the divide when we can. Those who live in poverty cannot afford the one-on-one tutoring that many of us are accustomed to, and School on Wheels is such an important organization which gives supplies to help volunteers who can really work with students one-on-one, and their effect is so tangible on our community right around us.
While discussing our group values at the beginning of the year with the rest of the YoPhI Teen Board, I suggested to David that we consider donating to School on Wheels. School on Wheels encompasses almost all of our group values and is so much more than just a tutoring service, as it provides a positive role model that the children can look up to. Being at School on Wheels, I have seen the dramatic effect that the program can have on the lives of underprivileged children and have come to better understand the educational disparities so prevalent in our community. I am grateful that the YoPhI Teen Board has decided that this organization is deserving of our donation and would greatly benefit from it.
Finally, our last and most popular organization is Trinity Haven with Eva Chaffetz, Spencer Fleischer, Jenna Himmelstein, and Adam Kirshner. Actually, there's a video from School on Wheels.
Support is critical. Thank you for helping us break the cycle of homelessness through education. With schools closed, our staff are tutoring our students remotely and planning for the future. Your grant is helping ensure we have the volunteer capacity necessary to resume on-site tutoring with schools back in session. So when the highest threat of this pandemic passes, there will be more families and kids who are experiencing homelessness who need our support, and we're going to be there for them thanks to the grant that you've provided. Our staff, partners, and those we serve are grateful to you. Thank you.
Okay, now is Trinity Haven with Eva Chaffetz, Spencer Fleischer, Jenna Himmelstein, and Adam Kirshner, and Jonah Grant.
So Trinity Haven will be Indiana's first and only home for LGBTQ young people who need a safe home. It's plans to open by the end of 2020. In the house, the young residents will prepare for independence by completing their education, identifying their goals, and learning life skills with the help of 24-hour staff. The proposal is asking for YoPhI to provide the rest of the funding, $2,920 for their personal care program budget. The program's purpose is to provide an allowance for the residents in which they can buy their own clothing, toiletries, and other items. With the personal care program, the young residents learn how to budget their money, an important life skill. So it directly aligns with the values of the YoPhI Teen Board and specifically the mission of the Equity Group. The House for LGBTQ Youth focuses on justice, respect, and opportunity for the residents, exactly the kind of program we are looking for. While it does focus on LGBTQ individuals, 60% of the homeless youth in that group are African American, 30% are white, 2% are Hispanic or Latino, and 8% are multiracial. So the program is bringing justice for more than just one marginalized group. Through the program, we're helping youth just like ourselves thrive and become self-sufficient despite their harsh circumstances. And then, yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Our group chose to fund for two major reasons. One is that we would be helping teens in Indianapolis who have been kicked out of their homes due to their personal sexual choices. And the other is that we were making a big impression was that the fact that we were funding the final 20% of what they needed for their budget.
Yeah, we really love Trinity Haven because it's going to have a direct impact on its residents. While only 10 youth will be able to live in the home at one time, when it opens, it still provides so much to them. And we all learn that we don't need to donate to a large, widely known organization to make a lasting impact. We are so happy to be supporting Trinity Haven because we know our contribution will be used well and make a difference.
It was important as Jewish teen philanthropists for our group to fund Trinity Haven because we are teens helping other teens who are discriminated against for something that they have no control over and is an innate part of their being.
Thank you, Trinity Haven Group. We have a short video from the folks at Trinity Haven that I will share right now.
Hello, my name is Jenny White and I am the Executive Director of Trinity Haven. On behalf of all of us here, I would like to say thank you to the Teen Board and to the Jewish Federation of Greater Indianapolis for your support and your belief in our program. Trinity Haven will be one of the very first, if not only, transitional housing programs for LGBTQ youth who are experiencing homelessness or at risk for housing instability. We will have a house here in central Indianapolis for up to 10 residents to find safe, welcoming, and affirming housing, as well as programs and services available to them. The funding available now from your organization is helping us to create a fund for these young people to purchase clothing and personal care items that will help them express themselves exactly the way that they want to and were meant to. And here at Trinity Haven, we will make sure that they have exactly what they need, but your funding will also help them get everything that they want. We know that young people have sometimes a difficult time expressing themselves, and especially those who identify as LGBTQ but don't have a way to express that until they're in a place that is safe and affirming. With your help, we will be able to make that happen. We are working very hard to get our house open. You can see behind me the newly painted walls. We will have furniture delivered to the house in the next several weeks, and we look forward to opening our doors and welcoming home our first residents so that they can find safety, security, and start the next steps in their lives to becoming fully independent, self-sufficient, thriving human beings. We thank you again for your support, and we look forward to sharing all of the good news that comes out of Trinity Haven with you and all of our supporters. We cannot thank you enough for believing in us and believing in these young people who will soon be living here under our roof. Thank you. Be safe. Take care of yourselves in this most trying time. Thank you again.
Before I send it to David for some closing remarks, I would like to thank all my peer participants and parents for helping to get where we are today. And a very special thank you to our fearless leader, David, for working day and night to make all of this remotely possible. So thank you.
Thanks, Brad. I want to take a moment and invite all the teens to turn on their video and give a wave to everyone. And I want to invite our attendees to go into the chat and send some well wishes. You've heard amazing words from them. This is not everyone in the Teen Board, but they've worked very, very hard for this moment, and they would appreciate your support. So we have a few minutes left. What we have is we actually have an opportunity now for some question and answer as well too. If there's anything you want to know about the Teen Board, we have Teen Board members who will be around. We also have representatives from the organizations, the grantee organizations, as well as from the Lake Institute IUPUI and the Jewish Teen Funders Network. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. We will bring in the right people and answer and have an opportunity to have some discussion about them too. And do any of the teens have any other final words before we move into the Q&A or anything they want to share?
I want to say thank you to all of you who donated to us and made us like gave us money to donate. You know, we all really enjoyed the program, and I know we all learned a lot about how to make hard decisions with money. So thanks for all of our supporters.
So we've got some well wishes coming in. Thank you, Jenna, for that. We've got some well wishes coming in from the folks at the Indy Public Library Foundation and Keeping Annapolis Beautiful. Great work. We appreciate all our attendees who came out. You know, Zoom is complicated sometimes, but it's really been a nice opportunity here. We'll leave it open for like another minute or so of questions. So I just want to thank everyone again for coming. The teens have worked very hard, and you've heard great remarks about their process. They speak beautifully, but it doesn't do justice to the hard work that they put in. They come, you know, once a month for multiple hours on a Sunday. They give it up to come and do this. Many of them traveled to Chicago for a weekend, excuse me, to meet other teen philanthropy groups. Thanks to the few folks at Jewish Teen Funders Network, we were able to have a Midwest regional gathering of about 4 groups: Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, and ourselves. And with that, as Jenna mentioned, thanks to supporters, the teens were able to allocate over $10,000 to the grantee organizations. I think about $10,320 if I remember off the top of my head. This program is billed as creating the next generation of Jewish teen leaders. And I just want to say to all the teens here, I can see you on my screen. You've proven me wrong because you are the current generation of change makers and have made an incredible impact this year, more than I could have imagined. The program's doubled in size this year. You've allocated double the funds that we did in our inaugural year, which is a testament to your hard work. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this experience possible. I learn from you every day. It's a great honor to work with all of you. So thank you. Some closing things I want to say, as was mentioned at the beginning by Todd, next year is already upon us. Applications for participation in the 2020-2021 cohort of the YoPhI Teen Board are open. You'll receive a follow-up email with information about that. Teens, parents, attendees, you're also invited to nominate someone who wasn't on the Teen Board or hasn't done the program, but you think would be great for it. Once you nominate them, those people will be automatically notified of the application and have the ability to apply or learn more. We have an information session coming up on June 15th, and there are works based on availability and interest for a second-year program too. If people want to do the process again or elevate it and take it in a different direction, we have lots of ideas going around to work on a second-year program if people are interested. This is, the end of the school year. Congratulations to our graduating seniors, Nellie and Jesse, as they move on to college. Congratulations to our rising junior and our rising seniors. There's great things going on in the teen sphere in Indianapolis. We have participants from BBYO, NIFTY, JCRC programs, the whole range. So thank you everyone for participating, and best of luck in your next steps. Does anybody have any last thoughts before we log off? Great. With that, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Teens, you're amazing. Thank you for a great year.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
David.
Thank you so much, David, for a great year.
for us, and we'll play some music to play you off because that's what we do. Margo, we can't hear you, but that's okay.